Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. In the last session, we were discussing with Prabhaji about bandishes. We also listened to a few bandishes of hers. In this session, we will continue the discussion. So, let us know more from Prabhaji about bandishes and their presentation. Prabhaji, my first question is we sing Bandish. So, what can be the actual definition of Bandish?
Bandish means something which is bound, which has boundary, a border, frame. Compositions in classical music or rag music are called as bandish. Compositions of light music such as bhavgit or ghazal are not called bandish. A composition which has relation to rag or which expresses rag, that is called bandish. Dhrupad Dhamar has bandish, Thumri also has bandish because they are rag based. So whenever there is a relation with rag, the composition is called bandish. Bandish expresses rag, tal and a definite classical music based form. It represents Ghaat. That's why it is called Bandish.
So, Bandish, why is it important? The way we say there is rag like Yaman, Bihag, so rag is complete in itself. So, the way we present it through alap, tan, sargam, so what is the need of Bandish?
According to me, tal cannot enter without bandish. One main reason is that how can there be tal if bandish is not there? In the beginning of Dhrupad Dhamar presentation, there is no tal but there is only laya. In alap and tan like phrases, there is rhythm but no tal. For tal, you need bandish. Bandish helps tal cycle repeat again and again. There is another reason why bandish became necessary for rag presentation. People can have different approaches. Rag has such a magnanimous form. It has ability to keep growing endlessly. Since ages our music tradition has been through oral tradition. A guru teaches his disciple, who later teaches his disciple. We don't sing songs which are written. Like in Western music, music is on paper, musicians read it and preset. It is pre-composed. Indian music is extempore. Musicians practice music, internalize it to an extent that it can be presented as improvised music. In order to bind music, the rag, give it a form so that we can remember Bandish was introduced. In the last session, I've already mentioned about tal. There are no words in instrumental music, but in vocal music, you cannot avoid words. They should be meaningful or even without meaning, as in tarana. In vocal music, words are inevitable. You have tal, you have ghaat or music form. Bandish shows tal. Its tune also suggests the ghaat, the music form.
I would like to ask one thing here. Bandish is in use for quite a long time. We had Prabandh form, we have Drupad music, and now we have Khyal. So previously the word content was more, meaning Prabandh had many words in it.
Then came Ashtapadi.
Then we got Ashtpadis, which was a form of Prabandh itself. Then we had words in forms like Drupad Dhamar, even in Thumri. After Ashtpadis, one more thing was added to the compositions or bandishes, which we call Mukhda. In my opinion, there was no Mukhda in Prabandh. I mean, I don't know whether I am right or wrong, but it didn't have Mukhda. Prabandh started with Sam. Its kavya or poetry was very beautiful. Later, rag became more important than poetry. The later music forms had sthai, antara, sanchari, abhog. Then came khyal. It has sthai and antara. So, in all these forms, was there a need for mukhda?
Firstly, as I said, when the concept of rag would have taken birth, then at that time, whosoever conceptualized it might not have known what is going to happen later. Over the years, the concept of rag has evolved. In the beginning, in order to bind the rag, the concern would be as to how could one hold on to it. One can't do just with us, so words became necessary. Like as you said in Prabandh, the words would have been sung in the dhun. Then we had Ashtapadi, which had 8 parts. Ashtapadi is not so common anymore. Then came Drupad Dhamar, which had 4 parts. Sthai, Antara, Sanchari, Abhog. However, if you notice, we don't get to listen Sanchari and Abhog anymore. Drupad Dhamar is being presented with Sthai and Antara only. This means that rag is becoming more important and becoming free from the bondage of words. When there is no need of words, then why keep them? Later, Khyal form came. Even in Khyal, rag wants to be more and more free. Khyal has Sthai and Antara. It is said that on the ladder of notes, Sare Gama Pada Nisa, if one wants to work on the lower octave part of the ladder, then Sthai is used. The tune will be in lower octave. To develop rag in the higher octave, Antara is composed in higher octave. If one wishes to sing only Mukhda, you understand what Mukhda is, right? Something that gets repeated again and again while developing the rag. Mukhda is the portion of Sthai until the sum, and it's not that it is always in the lower octave, and Antara Mukhda sum is always on Sa of higher octave. You take any rag, the sum of Mukhda of Antara is mostly on higher Sa. So if something is not required, if the Mukhda of Sthai is capable, if there is a Mukhda of one cycle, if the elaboration of rag can be done with that, then the intangibility of rag, I mean its essence, its personality, its character of remaining intangible, all this can be achieved easily, and the rag can also be expressed completely. The thrusting we do of meaningful words in a khyal, that is not done then. Those who don't know the theory of music, they enjoy rag through words. They enjoy elaboration. I mean, it's like putting saffron in milk. Words therein are actually a part of music material. What happens in Bhagavad is their words are very important. Whether you elaborate or not, there is no much importance to that. You can elaborate it if you like, otherwise not. But that doesn't happen in rag. If you remain silent just singing Bandish, then there will be no rag. You will have to elaborate it, and that elaboration happens through the medium of Mukhda. I said through the medium of Mukhda because if the Mukhda is of one cycle, it is a bit difficult in Vilambit because its lay is very slow. Lay is slow. I mean, the musical phrase is in slow tempo, and If you don't go slow, you won't be able to observe. Uh, uh, won't be able to. Um, what is it called? Going fast, fast. What is it called? Running. I mean to say, in a room, if you don't go slow, you won't be able to see what all is there. If you keep running, you cannot observe details. The objective of Vilambit Khayal is to explore and to present the minute structure of rag, its detailed work, and that's the reason lay is kept slow. In Kirana Gharana, lay is kept so slow to get to see the beauty of rag. It is individual choice whether you want to run or walk slow. In Vilambit lay, mukhada of one tal cycle is possible. But when we move towards Madhyalay or Drutlay, mukhada can get repeated because lay is fast. If you keep on repeating the same line of mukhada, then it will become monotonous. That's why they sing the bandish, entire sthai, whether it is of 2 lines or 3 lines. Even people like that way, otherwise the same thing repeats. If I keep repeating the same line, jagume sarirena, and don't sing the complete bandish, then it won't sound good. That's the reason why bandish is needed. Then you can sing with tal, and tal inspires to do various things. Its structure over there, tali, khali, tali, the singer gets inspiration from all this, and he can even rest when he reaches some. So that is importance of tal.
I would like to ask an out of the box question. A lot of bandishes in tals, jhaptal or drut ektal start from sam. One cannot identify mukhda in those bandishes. We find that the mukhda in drut ektal is
complete
of
cycle.
12 matras or beats, or in jhaptal having 10 beats. In this case,
Yeah,
should we
absolutely.
consider entire sthai as mukhda?
Yeah, it is
Can we
possible. It
consider
is
so?
possible.
Is it not necessary that the mukhada be of 4 beats or 2 beats? Can it even be of 10 beats in Drutlaya? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Because if you can say Jagu Merena, the meaning is complete of that.
Yes. My second question is nowadays both Vilambit Bandish and Drut Bandish are sung. Earlier we had in Jaipur Gharana or others, they used to sing only one Bandish. So, is there a need for a second Bandish? What do you think about that?
If I have to work on alap, if I only have to work on slow phrases, then I don't need a second Drut Bandish. Even then, with one bandish in Vilambit, I can do some work on tan, I mean fast pace work. When working on tans, it will be good if there is drutlay. That is the reason those who sing in Vilambit lay or present Vilambit bandish later need drutlay to present tans. The lay should match the kind of work one wants to present.
So, so you like that there should be two bandishes or not?
Yeah, it's good to have two bandishes. However, if there is a madhyalay bandish, then it can work for both.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Another thing, while singing to the earlier singers, we wouldn't understand what the bandish is, what they are singing, meaning we will not be able to understand the song text. Maybe then the artists and also the audience did not realize the importance of words. But in today's scenario, should an artist understand the emotion of words and sing?
Even nowadays, we don't understand the pronunciation of many artists. I feel so. Whatever one is singing, one should understand the song text. the literature and pronounce it properly. In the last session, someone asked if in khayal, in classical music, if words are of no consequence, if they are not important, if words come as a music material, then can one sing anything? I want to say, why would you sing anything? Whatever little you sing, just sing it properly. Even though you might present little work, you might use little words. Understand the literature, pronounce the words nicely and emote properly so that it can be of help even for the presentation of rag.
Okay. You mean to say, while singing, it is important that whatever Bandish one is singing, understanding the words, their emotion is necessary to bring it forth along with the rag or during the rag elaboration. But it also happens that those who teach, while teaching, what is the Bandish they have taught? If one learns at 4 different places, then take for example a simple Bandish, Eriali Piyabine. Some say Sakhi Eriali, some say only Piyabine. So the second line becomes completely different than the third. There is no uniformity. The Bandish, its words, as taught by one, will be different from the second, from the third, and from the fourth. So, is authentication or standardization of Bandish necessary?
Uh, I cannot say anything about other people, their bandish, what they feel about it. But if someone wants to sing my bandish, then they should sing properly. If they can do even better, then they can make me listen. It is possible that even I might try to sing that way. I mean, if the bandish is good, then why do you want to break it? If something is good, let it remain so. And if there are words, then pronounce them properly and show their emotion and make the rag more and more beautiful.
Yes, beauty, meaning one should have certain aesthetic sense. What happens is that sometimes when I listen to youngsters singing, also renowned artists say, when we listen to them, the singer keeps on singing the same first line, Ye Reali Pia Bina, 20-25 times. He keeps on repeating. We feel he should sing further, but he keeps singing the same line over and over again. So we don't feel.
If one brings in variation with the line, if one does good variation, then listeners would like it. But if one keeps repeating in same tune, then it would become monotonous.
True. It is important to understand and establish the first line. Some people, once they start singing, repeat the first line 20-25 times.
Usually,
how many times
the
should one
sthai
sing
is
or
of
repeat
two
the
lines.
first?
I feel it should be sung fully,
Yes,
at
the
least
entire
twice.
Bandish should be sung so that its meaning could be understood. Next, about your Bandish. Say for example, Tana Mana Dhana. We have seen many people giving some on ta, but you have given it on na. Is it okay? Do you permit? I mean, how much freedom can one take?
If rest of the work done is good, then samanta is okay.
What I meant by asking this is
Because it is difficult while singing tan to elaborate, lend the samon na. That's a bit difficult. But if rest of the work is done properly, then it's fine.
Okay. Now coming to the topics of Bandish, the subject of the song text of Bandish. Should it be related to our feelings, emotions, or should be related to something else? I'm talking about the theme of the Bandish.
It should definitely relate to our life, right? Otherwise, where will we bring the topic from? And the work which we are going to do should also be understood by others, right? The emotions of my heart, when I put that in poetry, people should also understand it, right? I mean, different colors of emotion, passion, devotion, compassion, etc., all of them are included here, and they should. Nowadays, an objection is also raised that you take the same topic, Sas, Nanad, Piya, I mean beloved. Don't we have Piya today? Piya exists even today, right?
Yes.
We might not say Piya, but everyone has a Piya. And rest of the things like passion, etc., Krishna, Radha are symbolic. Even we are Krishna and Radha. Even today we have Krishna and Radha amongst us. We take their names because it feels nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and
we
whatever
personalize
whatever
with
you
those
want to express, whether it is shringar, passion, whether it's playing prank, whether it's separation or dejection, all of this feels nice, right? Even we like it.
True. Speaking of emotions, there are different emotions. If you have composed a bandish relating to a particular emotion, so should the presentation be in accordance with that? Say if you have a bandish related to compassion, how to express compassion? Is it possible? Because it's important.
What happens is that each rag has its nature, its character. I am of the opinion when I have practiced a rag, the emotion I felt, I experienced should be expressed in the bandish. You might not necessarily experience the emotion I felt. Someone else might feel something else. So for them, there may be another bandish, but when I compose a bandish, the emotion I have experienced at the time when I practice the rag, that emotion should be visible, should be evident in the bandish.
Yes, we have a bandish of yours in Rag Purya Dhanashri, filled with the emotion of compassion. We would like to listen to its demonstration, see how to emote compassion. Let's listen. Rag Purya Dhanashri. The presentation of Bandish was very beautiful. I have a question. This Bandish has an emotion of compassion. To what extent should one bring the emotion of compassion in its presentation? Well, in Bhav Sangit or say in the music for movies, the extent of compassion needs to be made evident because they have to show that in movie. But is it necessary to bring it out evidently in classical music? What are your thoughts regarding this?
First of all, the emotion of Bandish should definitely match with the emotion of Rag. However, my aim is that I present the emotion of Rag in front of you. You will forget the words later on, but the effect of Rag is on you. Because the Mukhada of Bandish will keep on coming to the fore in the half an hour or 20 minutes work. There will be elaboration of Rag. The Rag Roop or a Rag structure will come in front of you. We will present the beauty of Rag to you and the effect of it should reach you. Bandish is to remain in the background, and that's how it should be, because when you listen the Rag has an effect on you.
Okay, meaning in the beginning, when we listen to the words or song text, we might understand the emotion of compassion, but later on it is the emotion of Rag.
Absolutely.
or the development of Rag. It's very important, We all should understand these important things. A lot of people try to force compassion into presentation, due to which the Rag goes in the background and the emotion becomes too much. There will be more expression of compassion. When you think about a Rag, do you first think about the Bandish or about the Rag?
Sometimes what happens is, while practicing Bhimpalas, sometimes you hit certain notes, and with this inspiration a Bandish is formed. That is how this Bandish has come up.
Fine. Meaning the words brought an emotion of affection or mind.
Yeah. It created an emotion
that.
at that time.
And as such the Bandish was composed.
Yeah.
Meaning it wasn't that you compose a Bandish on affection. It wasn't so, right?
No.
Yeah.
1 minute. Shall I read the words?
Yes, please.
Sundara Shama Mohatamana. Sundara Shama Mohatamana Lagi Lagana Vari Tanamana Murali Manohara Sudha Buddha Bisarata Rena Dina Japata Madhura Nam. I mean, that little Sham Kanhaiya is standing in front of you. That's how you should feel. I don't know.
It will definitely
Bandish
feel.
is such that it seems he is standing in front of you. That is being explained.
Sundar Shama Mohata Mana. Sundar Shama Mohata Mana. Sundar Shama Mohata Mana. Vari Lagana Vari बिसरत मुरली मनोहर सुध बुध बिसरत रे दीन जपत मधुर नाम सुंदर श्याम मोहत मन सुंदर श्याम.
Very beautiful. Yes, please speak.
Could you see Shyam?
It seemed real. Atindra sang very beautifully. Even though he is young, he portrayed the emotion of affection, so we all felt very happy. He can definitely sing very well. The way Prabhaji has penned the poetry and decorated it with notes was so beautiful that we all got immersed. We were indeed able to feel the emotion of affection. I want to ask that while posing, when you think of words to express the emotion for affection, do you think of certain words or do you also think about different music materials?
If the Bandish is composed now and if has to be presented, then it has also to be developed. The elaboration will have to be filled with the affection.
Yes, filled with
Bhimpalas
affection.
will definitely be there, but I will even take support of these words.
True. This is a beautiful thought. Now let's move to the next thought. During childhood, we used to listen to a Bandish of Rag Jaunpuri. It was something like, it is night, then why not meet someone? So the poetry was, So aparang guliya mai, sajan mila aur raat bhailwa. Now we sing Raat Bhailwa during the day. I feel why shouldn't the Bandish used take this factor into consideration? Have you thought on this aspect while making a Bandish?
Rag Samay concept, I don't really believe as much in this because when this concept came into existence, the thought could be that Rag is bound with time. There must also be a different reason at that time because we used to live close with nature, and also that nobody should sing the very same rag from morning till evening and one should sing different rags. Nature must have also influenced the artists in those times when they created rags. Definitely that relationship must have been there. Nowadays we perform in these closed auditoriums. If we sit here from morning till evening, we won't know outside if it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, right? Then what is the point of Rag Samay? If I can present even the morning rag good at night or evening, if I present that rag nicely, then why not? There was a time when it was important, relevant, definitely, but why should we hang on to tradition just for the sake of it? Meaning, singing good should be the only criteria. The criteria should be how did you sing Jaunpuri. It should not be that you sang morning rag in the evening. That's why it was not good. If the presentation is not good, then what's the use even if you sing it in the morning?
Very true.
If you just sing rag according to the time and if it has no effect, time cannot be the only criteria. The criteria should only be how did you sing, the desired effect was there or not. And not everyone knows that Jaunpuri is to be sung in the morning. Those who don't know will enjoy it in the evening as well.
Yes, we listen to film songs during night which are set to morning rags and similarly in the morning. Let's make them sing a morning rag. Let's make them sing a morning rag and see if it affects people or not.
Why are you telling it's a morning rag?
Okay, it's an evening rag. Please listen to it. So let's listen to an evening rag. Uh, and later we will discuss with Prabhaji about her thoughts on the composition.
As I said, I will sing according to the present where I am, that moment, that surroundings. That's how the intent of my Bandish will be. Rag will not be bound by time.
Yes, yes. So we will not even tell the name of rag. Just listen to it and let us contemplate. I think everyone has come to know this rag was of which time.
You had informed it beforehand.
Okay, so let's do one thing. Now we will not say the time of rag. Let us listen and try this also.
tapana lage jaun
We would like to know how many of you have guessed the time of this rag correctly.
Is it because you already know it? Do you know this rag? That's why you can say this. We will play a rag which you would not know.
You understood it with the first few words. If the words of the Bandish are according to the time of rag, then it becomes easy to understand. And in a way, it would be a pleasure to listen to such Bandish. So probably this could be your thought, right?
As sugar dissolves in milk, if the Bandish can go well with the nature of rag, then it would be better, right?
Yes. Meaning the description in Bandish, if it is relating to the time of rag presentation.
The nature that's surrounding you. Say for example, if there is a festival and in the song, if you can use those words, then it sounds nice, right?
Yes. So since we are talking about words, we would like to know the type of words which are usable for music. Meaning there are many words which are poetic, but are few musical words, as you mentioned, Saiya, Pia, and the different types of words used. Why are they being used? Will you please explain a bit about that?
First of all, there are more words ending with A. In Bandish, words ending with A, words ending with A and nasal be better used. Nindiya, Man, Batiyan, Gailava, Sajanava. I mean, we add va to Sajan, it becomes Sajanava, a musical word. It becomes a musical word. It feels nice if these types of words are there. It also feels good to set it to tal and even nice to listen to.
So, is it possible that Pia can be Piharva?
Huh?
Sometimes it's Piyarva, sometimes it's only Pihar. So, why do they do that? If Pia is used, why is it not maintained
As
all
I said,
through?
it should
Why
sound
is Piyarva
nice,
also used?
both in tal and tune.
Yeah, meaning even Tal plays a role
Absolutely.
in it. Where 4 bits or Lagu is used, there we will have Piharva. Where there are 2, then we can say Pia. Is it so? And what words come under the nasal category?
As I said, there is Nindiya, Saiya, Baiya.
Manda,
Yeah,
Gandha, Chanda.
yeah.
Meaning words which one can stretch tunefully. Words whose meaning remain unchanged, even though syllables are added.
Yes, yes.
Such words should be used more. Shall we now listen to a Bandish which has such
All my
words?
bandishes have good words in them.
No, all words
you
are
can
beautiful.
look into and show where it doesn't fit.
No,
All are
words
beautiful words. Still, I will. One Bhageshri? Yeah.
Jari ja badra tu ja, mera le ja sandesva. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
पिया बिन निंदिया आए ना मन लागे ना पिया के दरस तरसे मोरा जियरा करत बिनती तोरी बदरा तुजा. Here
Yes.
clouds are called badra,
Yes,
right?
yes. And here, listen to the tune of Bandish. Just listen to it carefully, how it
Carefully.
is composed.
जारे जा बदरा तुझा जारे जा बदरा तुझा जारे जा बदरा तुझा मुरले जसने सवा पिया बिन निंदिया ना मन लागे ना जारे जा बदरा तुझा 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 मोराले जा संदेशवा पिया बिन निंदिया ना मन लागे ना जारे जा बदरा तुझा पिया के दरस तरसे मोरा जियरा पिया के दरस तरसे मोरा जियरा करत बिनती तोरी बदरा तुझा जारी जा बदरा तुझा जारी जा बदरा तुझा बदरा तुझा बदरा तुझा जारी जा बदरा तुझा बदरा तुझा बदरा तुझा
You wanted to say something about Rishabh in this.
Mora, sing that word Mora.
बदरा तुझा मोराले जा संदेशवा.
Mora, mo. It sounds as if the is touched or not touched, but pa is touched.
Yeah. Wow, very beautiful. And even Chetana added a beautiful rishabh here on the upper note. Can you please sing a bit?
Antara.
With Rishabh, I am raising this because if there are any scholars here, they might say this is wrong. How can you sing Nisare? Because Sagamada Nisa, it doesn't go well according to theory. What do you think?
Yes, I would like to say something about Arohi Swar and Avrohi Swar. Very few people know which is Arohi Swar and which is Avrohi Swar. Now we have returned from Re.
Yeah.
So that is Avrohi Swar. I didn't take it in Aro. I didn't do Sarega.
Yes.
And then I returned from Re. So it works.
No, I mean its beauty is
That's
also very
fine.
different. Whether it is touched or not, that is such an embodiment of beauty. There is no harm in applying that.
Yes.
It's very beautiful. Which is why I would like to say it's very wrong to judge through the theory because that Rishabh is so beautiful. It gives a different joy. I wanted to say that. I would like to ask one other thing, like the words you chose. Say, if we change the words, can it be? For ease of use, like Jare ja tu badal, badra tu ja. Instead, you did badra, you did le ja mera sandesh, you did piya bin neend, aaye na man lage na. So, can we?
It doesn't fit there. It doesn't even sound nice. Should I make them sing?
Yes.
It doesn't fit.
True. What I'm trying to say is Sandesh is made Sandeshva in order to fit in tal and notes.
Even for tune,
make it fit
tune
in
and tal,
both.
both.
We made it easy. We made it Sandeshva. Va is added many places because while singing we say Va as a phrase of appreciation. Very beautiful. You have believed that ease of use or simplicity is a very important
It's
aspect
very
of
difficult to do
Bandish.
simple work. Many can do difficult jobs. It's very difficult to present works
Yes,
which are
yes.
simple yet beautiful.
Very true. Let us listen to another Bandish which has easy words. Rag is Abhogi. We would like to listen to that.
लगन मोरे तो से लागे, लगन मोरे तो से लागे, लगन मोरे तो से लागे, जपत नाम दिन रैन निसदिन, जपत नाम दिन रैन निसदिन, लगन मोरे तो से लागे, लगन मोरे तो से गुण और ज्ञान एक ही न जानू, गुण और ज्ञान एक ही न जानू, कैसे आऊँ तुम्हारे चरना, लगन मोरे तो से लागे, लगन मोरे तो से लागे, तो से लागे,
This reminds me, as regards the composition of Mukhada, one of the speciality of your bandishes is that the sum will be on such a word that firstly it completes part of the sentence, and secondly it also makes the musical sentence beautiful. I feel that's your speciality. Um, a small diversion, it goes like this. Um, Once I was singing Karim Naam Tero Tu Sahib in Rag Mia Ki Malhar, because it had Karim Na, the sum was on Na. I was stopping there. I suppose in the audience there was a disciple of Samarth Ramdas. He said that this seems like a shlok written by Samarth Ramdas. I replied that the shlok goes as Karim Naam Tero. He said no, it goes the way you are singing, Kari Mana. Maybe it was my fault.
There is one other, na? Paga
Pagala.
lagana de, so pagala.
So Tai, when we have to stop at a la, it becomes Pagla Gande. Nowadays everyone has a gun in their hands, so what would happen if you give gun to a crazy person? What is your specific thought? How should the sum be?
As I said, Mukhada should be attractive and should exhibit the structure, the form of rag. And if sum is the akarant word ending with vowel a, then it's even better. And by adding a few letters, the word should be complete. Say like lagi, by saying the alphabet gi after la, lagi becomes complete. And having a natural flair for good words, that probably holds good for me. I am not a literary person, nor I am a poet. Hindi is not my language. I was born in a Brahmin family in Maharashtra. There was absolutely no Hindi. And even in school, I gave only one Hindi exam. But after listening to Hindi, I feel it's very nice language, quite musical. So I got good words, I feel.
You are a very great poet in Marathi as well. You have small poems which are so sacramental, full of meaning expressing music and music related experiences. These are also translated into English. We see the same in your bandishes. When a good poetry arises, then words come along with that automatically.
Absolutely.
That's true. We were talking about some. Please give us an example where it is like if the sum was not so placed at that point, it would be wrong. Or
Yeah.
it would be beautiful if it were to be the other way around.
This is Rag Gavati and Tal is Rupak.
Hari mana mohi, Hari mana mohi, Hari mana mohi,
this was Rag Gavati. In Gavati, mostly Bandishes have some on Dhaivat. Have you composed Bandish having some other than Dhaivat? Anything like that?
It's in Vilambit.
तुमरे गुण गाऊं
Huh. Which is the other? And there was another Bandish, another in Teen Tal. It was in Teen Tal. Okay, sing that.
Shall I sing the Tarana? Its sum is on the Pancham.
Okay,
Okay.
Shall I sing Vilambit?
sing Tarana. Its sum is on Pancham.
This is great. Thinking out of the box. It is also the talent of the composer. Some which is usually on Dhaivat. Pancham is not considered anyhow. What made you go for this?
It has been my habit not to do things the way others do. I always try to find new paths, and I find good paths.
Okay. You have also composed the
Nishad.
Bandish having some on
Yeah,
Nishad,
Vilambit.
because
It
Nishad
is in
is not a
Vilambit.
note
Yeah.
on which it
Sing
stops.
Vilambit.
Just one mukda. We can listen if it rests on
Vilambit,
Nishad.
some in Vilambit Bandish.
तुम्हारे गुण
Sing again.
तुम्हारे गुण
Only a talented artist thinks differently. I must have told you, once Pandit Kumar Gandharvaji sang Rag Hamir without using Dhaivat. We were totally dumbstruck. What a talent! We never felt that it was not Hamir. I even asked Panditji. He replied, an artist's thinking should be such that even if he does not follow Rag rules, he is not making it worse. Rather, he is showing the Rag structure. So, also we could see here, Daivat was on some, or let's say it's a form of Daivat which we call Pakad. Ignoring that, you kept the sum on Nishad,
Pancham.
you kept it on Pancham. This is also a very different thought and we liked it very much. Now that we are talking about Bandish, do we also have to practice Chand Shastra, that is meter of rhythm?
If you do, then it's good, because even that is poetry. Like in this one, aso dhit langar, roke mori dagar, musa kat madhur, देखो मारे कंकर, फूरी मोरी गगर, भीगे सारी चुनर, मुसकत निठुर.
Wow,
So these words, as you can see, Langara, Dagara, Madhura, Kankara, Gagara, Chunara, Nitura.
wow, excellent. Meaning rhyming, as we call it.
Absolutely. If that happens, then
the
the
rhyming.
song text sounds even better. What happens is that, 1 minute, poems penned by famous poets uh, always get praises, but the compositions in classical music are not paid attention, as it doesn't have neither subject nor intent, nor is rhyming. So I feel that we should pay attention to these literary aspects I have started. In future, people should give attention so that poetry of Bandishes sound good,
Yes.
and these compositions reach the level of poems.
Very true. If we take Bandishes to the level of poems, it would be even better. Then music will be more pleasant to listen. Those who wish to compose can keep this in mind. Now let's listen to a Bandish in a Rag Bhatiyar.
This is in Rag Bhatiyar.
Gita laga
about this Bandish, I wanted to say something.
Please.
I just wanted to say that the pause that I look in between, you must have thought I wanted to say something else. So, the important thing here is, can we bring this kind of a pause or silence in the Bandish of music? Like something different, the way you thought, when I gave a pause, posing that I have to say something. But I didn't want to say anything. However, it gave an impression that I wanted to say something. So, in that way,
In music, pause is of great importance. It says a lot, it speaks a lot, it sings a lot. Pause adds to something which we cannot say. I will make you listen to such a Bandish. This is Sham Kalyan, and here
ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, देखो करत मीठी मीठी बतिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, देखो करत मीठी मीठी बतिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया। औरन के संग करे रंग रलिया, औरन के संग करे रंग रलिया, मुझसे कहे जमुना बजाई बसुरिया, देखो करत झूठी झूठी बतिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया, ऐसो चतुर सुघर मोरे सावरिया।
to make the phrase beautiful, if we use plain phrase always, it doesn't sound good. It needs to be rendered through kana, khatka, sometimes andolan, sometimes gamak, etc. I mean, meant can be rendered in a simple way, but in order to make more beautiful at times, it needs to be executed in different ways, which helps in adding beauty to Bandish. We will demonstrate you a meend.
usage of meend in Bandish.
Yalali Dim dim ta de re na de re na de.
Here, ode na, de re na, ode na, de re na. The mean here that shows a different kind of beauty.
Shall I sing again?
Just sing that line. How to sing?
How to sing?
How to sing? How to sing the Bandish? It also depends a lot upon the song, like how to sing it. Yeah.
After this, I would like to ask something. The way you use meend, was the thought over here especially for Shyam Kalyan? It is said that Shyam Kalyan is a combination of Rag Kamod and Rag Kalyan. When you wanted to use meend in this, then did you want the meend of Kamod or Kalyan? The Repa Sangati, the Repa meend is of Kamod and Pare Sangati is used in Kalyan also.
For that, I have thought about Kalyan only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meaning, while designing meend or using it, you think about meend of a particular rag?
No, as I mentioned, you can create a good bandish only when you internalize
Yes.
the rag. At that time of composing, I don't think if it's from Kamod or Kalyan, because I see the rag as a person in front of me and then I keep on decorating
Yes,
it.
yes. The reason why I asked this is
Yeah.
like if there is rag desi,
Yeah.
it has meend coming on sa. Re ma pa da ma pa sa pa. It is important to do
Yes,
so.
yes. Absolutely.
So, I mean, when desi rag is combined with any other rag, then the meend sa pa,
Stays there.
it is important to take.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, similarly, have you thought about it
No, I didn't think like that. I thought about Kalyan meant and used it.
while using it? Here, you have experimented with
Yeah.
one other thing. You have used the word Om in Bandish. That is something which we don't see very often. Meaning, in any Bandish, it's very rare that someone used it. But you have used it to quite some extent. So, was there any thought behind it?
The nad which is created, which comes through the word Om, I adore it. I have used the word Om in many of my bandishes.
Some people also believe that the creation of music started with Om.
Yeah.
So, was this thought in your mind as well?
No, I didn't have this thought. When we practice using the word Om, you feel good. I feel
Okay.
the voice improves with that.
Okay, okay. So, we would like to see how you use the word Om.
Om tadani dim tanadim Om tadani dim tanadim Om tadani dim tanadim Om tadani dim tadani tadare dare dim tanana dim dim Om tadani dim tanadim Om tadani dim tanadim Odani, odani, dani dim tana, odani, odani, dani dim tana, tadare dim tana, na tana dim, tadim dim, om tadani dim tana dim, om tadani dim tana dim, om tadani dim.
When I listened to Prabhaji's record of Rag Bhairav, quite a few years ago. I kept wondering if the recording was incomplete. I thought a lot about it, and today I come to know that it's a Bandish which brings in completeness, totality in itself, or as they call it, Nam Jap Nam, in praise of the Lord. You have used it here. Please tell us something about it.
It is my thinking, smaller the Bandish, more justice one can do to the rag.
Yes.
I mean, we can keep the intangible concept of rag protected. There is one other thing in Carnatic music. There is an item ragam, tanam, pallavi. In this, the Bandish is only of one line. Ragam talam is similar to our Dhrupad Dhamar, having more alap, some work with lay. Pallavi has a one line Bandish, and the later part of the work is carried out. I thought, why not try something like that? Which is why I composed a one line Bandish.
Meaning, this Bandish is
Yes,
like
yes.
Nam Jap Nam. Like when we sing in one note or two notes in rag.
Like we have Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, which is kept repeating. It's
Yes,
similar
it
to
is
that.
similar to that. Very different thought. Let us see how it is.
Om Namo Shivaya, 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 Om Namo Om Namo Om Namo Shivaya, 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 Om Namo Shivaya.
As you can see, the song text is just Om Namah Shivaya. When we heard this the first time, we thought it's incomplete, meaning in order
Yeah.
to praise the Lord, when you do this through the medium of a rag, so
When this recording got released, I got telephone calls saying this was very novel and that they liked listening to it in the morning.
yes, it's very beautiful, truly novel. Having Japanam through the medium of a rag, we feel a different kind of joy.
It creates a different atmosphere.
Yes, serene atmosphere. You have done various experiments. Let's say other such experiment where the entire Bandish is offbeat. You left the beat and made it offbeat entirely. Let's have a look at that as well.
काहे ऐसी प्रीत काहे
sing it according to the beats. I mean, sing it on beat.
प्रीत काहे ऐसी प्रीत
If it is sung on beat,
गाई सांवरे तुम बिन कलरा
she is singing on the beats, not off the beats.
ऐसी प्रीत
Prabhaji, with her contemplation, has composed and published 550 bandishes to date. What a treasure of creativity! No two bandishes are similar. While composing each bandish, you have tried something new, something different. This is one of your great contributions which you have made available for the future generations. We have no words to
Firstly,
express.
there was no name available of female artists
Yes.
as composers.
Yes.
This tradition probably started with me. After me, you have few more female artists who published their work. However, they got published after my Swarangini was released.
True. Meaning some female artists must have composed but not with their own name. Like
Okay.
Mogubai Kurdikar made it in the name of Aladia Khan
I
Sahib.
haven't added my
Yes,
name
yes.
either.
She composed a few bandishes in the pen name
yeah.
Ahmad Pia. Later it came to be
That it's
known
her.
it's
Okay.
Mogubai's work. Then even Veenaji Sastrabuddhe composed a few bandishes. All of these are in very small quantity, but composing bandishes in such big numbers and so beautifully, for this one needs creativity of a different kind. You are not merely a talented composer. Your compositions are of a higher order. It is appropriate that you be called Vaggeyikar. When Vag, that means words, and Geya, that means melody. Both combine exemplarily, that's when you get Vaggeyikar. Speaking about sum and perfection, you mentioned earlier that the word containing sum should be so beautiful that it should bring in a sense of completeness, wholesomeness. Can we listen to such a bandish?
Only one mukda. Not completely, just sing mukda. Leave the tal, just sing mukda.
सावरिया मन भाया
You can't just leave it at bha. You will have to sing ya.
Yes.
You have to.
If you leave it at bha, it feels very odd. Savarya manabhaya, isn't it? It is necessary that
Sing
we
again.
pronounce the entire word.
मन भाया
In bha and ya, the combination of saga is also very nice.
Yes.
You also know the Kalavati one. The sum is on na. It's a complete word, ta na.
Tana, yes, meaning it's a complete word.
It feels complete and the sum comes at the end of it. You must be knowing it. Just sing one line of it. Sing just one line. No need of tabla.
तन मन धन दो बेवरु तन
The word completes with na on the sum.
Yes, meaning at least the word should get completed on some, or part of the sentence should get completed. It is like that. Yes. There are not only deprived people in the society, even in rags, there are deprived rags. Let's say the names of a few rags, like we have Tilang, Des, Khamaj, Kafi, Gara, Pahadi, Mand. Why have we people deprived these rags? This is a question in front of us. Like we never find a khyal in them. We never find a khyal in Bhairavi. Prabhaji has thought deeply about such so-called deprived rags that they should get their due. She has composed bandishes. Even in those rags, let's listen to one of them. Which rag will we hear? Tilang? Des.
Yeah, this. Everyone can relate to the name.
Yes,
This.
yes.
This is Rag Des. We will listen to another rag in this one. Tilang. Rag Tilang.
We will listen to a bandish in Rag Tilang, where if you sing it, whenever someone requests us to sing Tilang, then we start with Rag Jog, saying this is better.
Nowadays, you see Rag Des trending in instruments, but
instruments.
still not as much in vocal.
It's less, very less.
मोरे नैना तुम्हें संग लागे, मोरे नैना तुम्हें संग लागे, मोरे नैना तुम्हें संग लागे। शाम सलोने मुरली वाले, शाम सलोने मुरली वाले, नैना तुम्हें संग लागे, मोरे नैना तुम्हें संग लागे। मुरली बजा के मन हर लीनो, मुरली बजा के मन हर लीनो, नींद चुराए चैन नाए, नींद चुराए चैन नाए, मोरे नैना तुम्हें सन लागे, मोरे नैना तुम्हें सन लागे।
I would like you to listen to Kafi.
Bandish in Kafi. Even in Rag Kafi, we have no khyal. There are very few bandishes. So let's listen to a Kafi Rag Bandish.
there is not much time, which is why we are not able to elaborate much.
Once more.
देखत मोरी सखिया रे, देखत मोरी सखिया रे, बार बार मोहे ना छेड़ो रे श्याम सलोने मतवारे, श्याम सलोने मतवारे, श्याम सलोने मतवारे.
We could see making a bandish in a rag does not mean to take some notes from a rag and attach some words. Meaning bandish is not made like this until one is not able to visualize an artistic structural design and mount words on them. Until then a good bandish can't be made. Like we listened to this bandish, it was so enjoyable. Whether you do Vistar or not, it gives a different kind of joy. We just listened that.
Let's listen to the last Bandish of today's session, and after questions. This is a Tarana in Rag Khamaj.
Udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim dim, tadare tanana dim tanana tana dim, udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim dim, tadare tanana dim tanana tana dim, udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim dim, dirana dim dadiyana re dim, dirana dim dadiyana re dim, dim dadere na dere na dere na, dim dadere na dere na dere na, udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim dim, udare dim tane dim tane dim tane dim.
The listening part of today's session ends with this. Now we want to keep 15 minutes for the audience. If they want to ask any questions on today's topic, they can definitely do so. And respected Prabhaji will answer them. Yes.
Namaskar. One question. There's a bit of debate that notes do not have to emote any feeling. Emotions are based on words and notes need not present any emotion. That's what some think. For example, in Rag Marwa, there is a Bandish, O Gunijan Milo Gao Bajao. We see happiness in that. I would like to have a little clarity from you on that. Are there emotions in notes, or whether the words are preconditioned in our reflexes? Like in Jivalaga Rahile Dur Ghar Maze, do we get the compassionate emotion because of the words, or do we get emotions through notes in the rag as well?
Firstly, emotions are in our mind, and we give those emotions to the notes. And it's also that there is an association. If you have listened to a song and if you listen to a similar tune, then one relates to that emotion. Sometimes there is a visual. When someone is singing, the visual affects those notes as well, which also provides emotion. But usually the emotion in our minds at that time is what we give to the notes. We did this study recently in Pune University 2 months ago as to whether each rag has a specific emotion. Does it have any specific ras or not? We gave everyone a paper and asked them to mention the emotion they felt. Everyone mentioned different emotion. So they wrote what they felt, what they experienced. This rag ras concept can provide some support. Like if you sing a particular rag in Karun ras, then you can sing it well. It is something that is passed down from tradition. If you sing with Karun ras, then its effect will be good. It's not necessarily so. If there is a foreign listener who doesn't know, he will not feel so.
Some people believe that the rags using Komal swars like Komal Rishabh, Komal Dhaivat, Komal Gandhar or Komal Nishad, they do have a possibility to arise a gentle feeling. It's not that it does happen, but through the using of Komal swars from Gandhar and Nishad, the rag may arise a gentle feeling in one's mind. It is not me who is saying this, Bharat Muni said this. Bharat Muni in his Natya Shastra has written that every note in itself has the ability to present emotions in different ways. Even Govindrao Tembeji has also written about it.
They must have written so because it is possible. Otherwise, maybe an aggressive person would sing every note with aggressiveness.
Yes.
That's
it's
also possible. With this theory, they will at least try to do something different to sing with Karun ras.
But the ultimate creation is probably to convert it into
No, like for example,
enjoyment.
Rag Bhairavi is say to project Karun
Yes,
ras,
yes.
but Bhairavi has every song with
Yeah.
every emotion. I mean,
12 notes?
it's there in Marathi, in Hindi, it's in our classical music. Bhairavi means not just Karun, it goes with every color, with every
Yes,
emotion.
yes. In a program, I happened to say that Bhairavi is a Karuna Ras Rag. A person stood up and he asked if I know the song, Chahe koi mujhe jangli kahe. I said yes. And he told me that it's in Bhairavi.
It depends on the treatment you
Treatment.
give. It depends on that. The treatment
Yes,
you
yes.
give to the notes. The notes will be the same, but how you use them.
Yes.
That's how the emotion
Yes.
rises.
This lies with the ability of an artist, how he can change it. Bhat Khandeji mentions that in a certain background, a rag with certain notes can exhibit certain emotions. But it's also the capability of an artist who can change it, sing it differently. That's also possible.
At the end, what matters is the presentation be done beautifully. At the end, you get Anand Bhava,
Yes.
enjoyment. Whether the presentation is done well and has everyone
Yes.
enjoyed. Don't think about the ras, leave it.
Yes, please ask. Give the mic.
Namaskar.
Please tell your name and then ask.
My name is Shantanu.
Shantanu.
I have two questions. Firstly, in the Bandish you have composed, you did variation with its bits, like you did offbeat or divided one bit into 2 or 3 or 5. Accordingly, are the words, the number of alphabets in one line chosen? What are your thoughts about that? Because
What is the question?
Meaning, if you do one offbeat, then in a certain bit, do you think about the words? Like in terms of words, of how many bits should be there?
with reference to tal, in one line of the Bandish, is there any importance to the number of alphabets in the words? Say 3 in Tistrajati, and come to the sum, the number of alphabets in a line seems to be very important. It didn't seem that the words were stretched and brought to sum.
No, it should not be done so. One should maintain beauty, the aesthetics of rag, and bandish should be maintained when you work. Any work you do, whether you take 1 alphabet or 10 alphabets, that is not important, but ultimately it should be aesthetically beautiful. It should soothe your ears, your heart. Doesn't matter how you work, but that criteria should always be there.
I have another small question. Generally, it is said in a rag sung in the morning or in the evening there is usage of Tivrama and Shuddhama. So what is it Madhyam has which probably Dhaivat or Gandhar doesn't have, or for that matter other notes don't have?
As I said, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in rag, samay, etc. Each note has its personality. How you present it in front of people, it all depends on that. It is said that Bhairavi has Karun Ras, but Bhairavi has every color, it has every emotion. There is Bhav Geet, there is Natya Geet, it has Khayal, all forms. If there was only one Ras, then there should not have been any other Ras. The songs also could not have been the way they are. So, Ras will arise depending on the way you sing. This should be clear in one's mind, and then you can present it and it will reach to the audience.
For your information, I would like to tell you that the rags of afternoon mostly have the dominance of Shuddha Madhyam. Not at all times, but mostly. Like Shuddha Sarang has Tivra Madhyam, but for the rest, other varieties of Sarang, also the dominance of Shuddha Madhyam is there, and in the night after 12 o'clock, it is considered to have the dominance of Tivra Madhyam. But this is not a rule. Like in the evening rags, there is Tivra Madhyam. In Sandhi Prakash rags, also you see Tivra Madhyam present. However, as Prabhaji said, someone must have made it and assigned times as per his observation, and we have been following it. Bhatkhandeji came out with a time cycle and we are following it. But as Prabhaji says,
What
it is
happens
not a
is
must.
that the evolution of art keeps changing with time. We people who present create things, we are also changing, even our thinking changes. Likewise, our artistic creations also change, and theory always follows art. It's never ahead. It shows the path, but it never goes ahead of it. Later, we put it in a frame. Like things were moving this way or they are being presented so, and we try to put it in a frame. Even Bhatkhandeji did the same. Music like what we are singing today is quite different than it was earlier. Even the 10 lakshan of rag.
Yes, 10
yeah.
characteristics.
So, where are they now? Aroh, Avroh, if at least these remain, it's enough.
Yes.
Bhadi Samvadi has gone, Vivadi has gone, Anuvadi, Pakkad, all of them are no more followed. They have gone now. If at least Aroh and Avroh stays on, then rags will prevail.
Yes. She wants to ask.
My name is Savita. I am from Mumbai. My respects to you, Prabhatai. I want to ask, for the past many years, since the inception of classical music, since then, we are hearing the bandishes in only Hindi. When you say that the rag swarup needs to be made evident, that is the objective, and the importance of words comes later. So is it not possible that those words are in Marathi?
It definitely can. We have Natya Sangit, right? Our Natya Sangit is very much rag based and it is in Marathi. But what has happened is that in Khyal, we are accustomed to listen to bandishes in Hindi and Braj Bhasha. Many people tried to do this in Marathi, but until the audience does not accept it, how can we sing, right?
Because in every language words with E, U are available.
Absolutely.
Even Carnatic music has all of this. If South Indian languages can be prevailing in Carnatic music, then why not Marathi? Words are the same, right?
What happens is that there is a word Saiya. Sai. If I sing this word and stretch it similarly in Marathi, then those who understand Marathi would find it odd. It is also possible that it is a matter of habit. It's mostly about habit. We are mostly used to listen to bandishes in Hindi.
So we can change this for future generations.
Now we can do. In between, someone had made bandishes in English. The records have come. It was on internet, but some were laughing after listening that. So what can we do?
No, but we want that Marathi should not be only in Maharashtra.
Definitely, if people are ready to listen, then we will try.
If you try, then they will definitely listen.
It did happen before,
Yes,
right?
it was done.
Yeah.
Previously, attempt was made by Vinayak Rao Patwardhanji. He attempted to make bandishes in Marathi. There were other people also who made an attempt and published books, Bal Sangeet, etc. But people
Did not
did not
accept it.
accept it. So we jokingly say that Braj Bhasha is the language of a love because it is the language created by Lord Krishna. Even the land of Braj is the land of love. If even our land and our language becomes the land of love and language of love, then we can also include our language in Bandish.
No, this language has melody in it, a Braj Bhasha.
Yes, it's very melodious.
It's very melodious to the ears. That's also a required quality.
Thank you.
It's musical. All words from Braj are musical. That is why we attempted to bring those words from Hindi and composed bandishes.
Namaskar, I am Rajendra Raje. I wanted to ask a little about Lay, Vilambit Lay or Madhya Lay. Does it have a standard or level according to the tradition in the strict sense that it has to be followed like that, or do you believe that it completely depends upon the level of enjoyment? It should feel good to the ears and one should be truly happy. So should
There
we
is no
choose Lay
standardization for
singing according
Vilambit
to
Lay or
that?
Madhya Lay. Like taken half a minute means is Madhya Lay or Vilambit. I mean, such standardization has never been done.
Okay.
So, like my Madhya Lay can be someone else Vilambit or Drut. I mean, the need of every gharana or individual. Like my need, what I want to sing, what I want to elaborate, what I have to present, for that I use the lay which I need.
Because as a say in Vilambit, 4 in 1 like 48 matras, 12 into 4 is equal to 48, or 2 in 1 24 matras. So according to the lay, if we keep it and sing, will it be wrong?
I said, right, that it depends upon the singer. Which lay does he like for his elaboration work? It depends upon that. I mean, there hasn't been a standardization that you will call this Vilambit. 1 minute avartan will be called Vilambit or half a minute will be called Vilambit. That has not happened. It is relative. In comparison to their lay, our lay is slow, or in comparison to theirs, Arlai's Drut. That's how we can call it.
So meaning it will also depend upon the preparation of the
Not
singer.
just the preparation, he needs lay according to the work he
Yes.
has to do, right? Because
Okay.
later on, when it comes to Tan, then automatically the lay increases.
So can this also be according to the rag?
Sorry?
Like let's assume in a rag Darbari in
Yeah,
Bada Khyal,
it is also
is
possible
Vilambit?
according to Rag. Yeah,
Or if one has to sing
it
Yaman,
can be
so
possible according to the Rag, it's also possible according to the person.
okay. I have one more small question about rag. The Uttarangvadi rag.
Which one?
Uttarangvadi
Yeah.
rag. So they say that Madhya Saptak and Tar Saptak. Basically, these are the concepts we have received. Usually not to sing much in Mantra Saptak, like a complete no. So to what extent this is right?
I have never heard anyone do like this. He left Mandra Saptak or started with Madhya Saptak. How is that possible? You will be kept hanging
Yeah.
in the middle.
Because if there are 3 Saptaks, then naturally...
No, you will do less work in lower octave. That is possible.
Oh, because I just heard Uttarangvadi rag today and they went for quite an extent to Mantra Saptak.
No, it is possible, right? It is possible. Don't keep working low. As soon as it reaches some, increase the pitch. That is also possible.
And madam, a last small question. Should Tan have such a proportion like in comparison to Alaf? The Tan, meaning how should we combine them? Does Alaf have more importance in a rag
See,
music?
through Alap, the minute details of Rag group, what is where, you will be able to see it. Tan, it is fast. As I said, if I run around this hall, then I will not be able to see much. But if I walk at a slow pace, I would know where the light is, where the pillar is, where the curtain is, what's its color, everything as it is in it. If I run around this room, then I will not come to know, right? That's true for Rag as well. In order to understand and project the Rag group properly, the work of Alap is very important, extremely important.
But not something
It's
like
okay
that
even
with
if one
Tan?
does not do Tan. That is a capability, that's a skill.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
I would like to add something.
Yes, please.
First of all, when you spoke about lay, it is considered that the duration of 1 second to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called Madhya lay normally. This is not a rule. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, whatever is below that, that's where Vilambit begins. And if it becomes double of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it is called Drut. This is a normal rule, but it is not necessary. It is considered that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If there is normally a distance of 1 second, then it is called Madhya lay. Now, as for your second question, what you said about Uttarang Pradhan Rag, the creation of rags has been done with tunes. These tunes which were created in the upper octave, like if we talk about Rag Adana, like there is a tune. Through that tune, Rag was made Adana. So people become accustomed to sing it on the upper note, like to listen it that way, and then it was considered to be Uttarang Pradhan Rag because its beauty is more visible in that. So even singers saw that we can beautifully present it like this. So that is how Uttarang Pradhan concept got created. And about Tan, like what madam said, it was very true. But if you want to show a small miracle or a skill, then Tan is put to use. Rag opens up in Alap only and looks beautiful. Today's session ends right here. We can meet here again on 7th April. Please do come.